At work, we needed to install a 6x6 post in the backyard of one of our clients. But in order to do that, we needed to drill a hole that was 1.5 inches wide, 11.5 inches deep, through a 6x6 post. But we didn't know how we would be able to drill that hole with a hand drill perfectly plumb and directly through the middle. So I needed to figure out how to build the jig that would allow us to do that without using a drill press. And this is the hardware that we used on the post. And once we drilled the hole, this is what it would look like on the inside right there. So the next video will show you the process of what we did, not how to, but more of how it was done. These are the posts. They're 10 feet long, 8x8 posts, redwood. Now what you'll see here is one hole already made with that drill bit, and this right here, there, that's the drill bit, pretty wide, pretty long, and that's the hole, the first one that I did. So I decided that I would take a video and show you how it was done. This is one of the posts that we need to drill a hole, and the post on top of that is another one that we need to drill a hole through. This is the second jig. I built two so that it would be level and straight through the middle of the posts. All I would have to do is just clamp it down in front of it just to keep it steady so that it wouldn't move back and forth and throw the level off. This is the view through the hole, so you'd see that with the markings that I made, it would hit the direct center. There's an X at the back. Now once I put the drill bit on the drill and started drilling, the drill bit would go in that way, 11.5 inches deep, and put a piece of tape on the drill bit to know how deep it needs to be. I just needed to clamp that down, and you'll see me clamp it down and start drilling, and I will fast forward through the parts that aren't that important, and yeah, enjoy. And here I'll show you the bit that I used. It's just for the pilot hole, just a small bit, doesn't need to be too big. And yeah, that's it right there. It didn't really matter the size, it just mattered that I started a pilot hole. And now this right here is the actual big bit. As you can see, it has screw part on the front of the bit, just so it can get a nice grasp at the wood and start digging in. Now here, as I'm using the big drill bit, since it digs in, I need to make sure that I drill a little bit at a time, clean the hole, drill a little bit more, clean the hole. Otherwise the bit will get stuck and it'll throw me around along with the drill. So we just have to make the incision and then just keep drilling. By the time it gets about a few inches in, then it really digs in and cleans up nicely. Here I'll be showing you the process of just drilling. I'm just drilling in about an inch and then vacuuming out the dust and the wood chips, and just keeping it clean, keeping the area clean. That way nothing gets in the way of drilling. Now you got to make sure that you hold the drill tight and you don't go in too deep, because if the teeth of the drill bit grasp onto something, the drill can throw you around. So you got to be careful here. The drill, as you can see, flew around because I wasn't holding it tight enough and I put too much power in the trigger. So you just have to be very careful, because it can throw you around, or it's possible that it can break your hand. So just be very careful doing stuff like this. Vacuuming. Like that. So 2 posts are done, and now we're working on the 3rd post. Now, these jigs that I built came in really handy for this project. I had to figure out how to build them in order for us to be able to drill that hole perfectly, and that idea seemed to work out very well for us. And this here is the result of the holes on the inside. Still need to clean them out because we can't have debris in there, but as you can see, they're nicely dug and they look perfect. Damn. And this is the end result of the holes dug, as you will see in this next photograph right here. And then we had to install the metal rod inside. There's all 3 installed, and that's what they looked like in the backyard. They're gonna hold a sail in between each posts over the pool so they can have some shade.